Welcome back to art class, boys and girls. In today's lesson, you will create a still life. So first we have to explore what a still life is. Here's one by the artist Cezanne. And he chose to draw a bunch of objects like fruit and vases, and here he has some flowers too. So a still life is just a bunch of objects sitting still in real life, and then the artist draws them. Here's a still life that you might recognize: a bunch of McDonald's food and drinks. It's a little bit odd, but it is a still life. Here are some marbles. Again, objects sitting still in real life and somebody paints them or draws them. That's a still life. The artist Van Gogh painted these sunflowers. And here are some real flowers that are acting as a still life in my mom's window. And here are a bunch of toys. This is a fun one. So this might be something closer to what you want to draw today. You're going to pick an object, one or two, and you're going to draw them to create your own still life. Here's an example of some shoes. I'm actually going to draw some shoes today, and I'm also going to draw this Buzz Lightyear. Now, he's pretty tricky, but he's fun. Here's an example of a real drawing of him. So you're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil, and then some things to color with like markers or crayons. Most importantly, you're going to need to search your house for a still life object. It can be your favorite toy, it can be your shoe, it can be whatever you want it to be, but it has to be some sort of object that you're going to draw. It could be a vase of flowers, it could just be a cup. Something that you find interesting is always a lot more fun to draw. That's why I chose Buzz Lightyear. All right, I'm going to start with my shoe. So you're going to watch me first. Then you're going to pick your own object to draw. So it's a little bit different today. You're not going to follow along with me. You're actually just going to watch and listen and then go ahead and do it on your own. So here's my shoe. I'm really taking some time to notice all of the little details. That's the most important thing in a still life, is to notice as many details as you can. I'm looking at all these little holes and the shoelaces and the markings and even the dirt on my shoe. If I want to create a really, really good still life, I should try to notice as many of those things as possible. Do I have to draw them all perfect? No. But am I going to try? Sure. So now I'm going to speed this video up for you because you're not following along today. You are going to draw your own. It's not going to be my shoe. It's going to be a different object that you choose, or your own shoe. So I'm just going to speed this up, and this whole time that I'm drawing my shoe, I'm looking at it behind the camera. I know you can't see that part because we're not in person right now, but I'm staring at my shoe. I'm doing a lot more looking than I am drawing. I'm looking at all the little details. Remember when I showed you up close, all those little holes, all the little lines? Those are all really, really important. And I'm even going to look at the color of my shoe and try to match that. My shoe is a really odd color, and I found this crayon called Periwinkle, and it seems to match the color of my shoe really well. So I'm going to use this Periwinkle crayon to color my shoe. All right, now I'm going to show you a second example that I've done of Buzz Lightyear. So he's kind of tricky, I realized. After I picked him, I realized how hard he was to draw. Because if you notice, he's got all these different lines and shapes and things on his spacesuit. He has that helmet. He's got pretty simple colors. We've got a peach face. We've got green and purple and white, but also a little bit of blue and green and black and red. I'm not going to be able to see the bottom of his shoe, so I'm not going to have to draw Andy, but I noticed that down there. So right now I'm just taking a look at him, and now I'm going to draw. So I'm going to draw him in the position that I'm looking at him in real life. The picture you see on the screen might be a little tiny bit different than the way that I'm looking at him because his head is tilted a little bit. His arms are in a little bit different position, and actually his wings are up too. So I'm going to draw his wings like that. So when you draw your object, you're just going to do the best you can. This is a hard project, boys and girls. This is not easy. It's not easy to look at an object and try to draw it exactly the way it is. It's a challenge. It's a challenge if you're in kindergarten. It's a challenge if you're in 5th grade. It's a challenge if you're an adult. Mine certainly didn't come out perfect, but I tried my very best. So I'm looking forward to seeing which object you chose, and I want to see how it turned out. Tell me what was hard about it, and tell me what you think you did really well, a glow and a grow. I can't wait to see